I read a post on Instagram by Ramit Sethi a couple of months ago, and the question he posed to his audience was, what are some of the subtle signs of wealth? Now, the comments that flooded in were hilarious and so on point. My favorite one was using an iPhone without a screen protector or protective casing. It made me laugh because it's such a small thing, but it also says so much. It speaks to an ease or confidence that comes with a certain level of financial security. The idea that you don't have to worry about something breaking or even care if it does. It's a form of freedom that many of us want. Now, that post inspired today's episode that is titled The Subtle Signs of Owning a Business That Can Run Without You. Now, these aren't flashy, obvious signs that scream, look how well I've set up my business, but rather they're those subtle shifts that speak volumes about your role in the business and the systems you've set up to support you. And like someone wise once told me, it isn't sexy until it is. Most business owners are operators inside their own businesses. Now, I'm not saying that there is anything inherently wrong with being the operator. In fact, in many cases, you'll always play some operational role, especially if you're passionate about the work that you do. But what is important is knowing how your presence or absence affects the business. Can the business still thrive without you physically being there, making decisions and moving things forward? Now, we often think the biggest downfall to being an owner operator is that we can't take those unplugged vacations or that work just seems to follow us everywhere we go. And yes, these are real issues, but in my years of coaching and working with business owners, the thing that often stops them in their tracks are those life events no one can plan for. Things like a death in the family, a sudden illness, a sick child, or needing to care for an aging parent. These are the things that really turn our lives upside down. And they often come at us out of the blue, right? You know they're possible, but you never think that they are going to happen to you. And when they do, if your business is so intertwined with you running the day-to-day operations, the business can come to a complete standstill. Now, one of my clients approached me with this exact problem. She had, let's call it a wake-up call with her dad that got really sick. Now, she owns a consulting firm and she loves her work. And she was in the thick of every client project. Her father got ill and she had to spend months out of the office caring for him. She hadn't realized just how much of the business actually relied on her. And in her absence, things slowly started falling apart. Projects were delayed, clients were upset, and she was overwhelmed. So much so that she actually struggled to be present with her dad during the time that he really needed her. Her dad did get better, fortunately, and she decided to get the help because she didn't want to be in this situation again in the future. Now, I do believe that any business owner, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for years, needs to design your business so that it can operate without you, so that you have the option to be the operator, but also the freedom not to be. And most importantly, if you're forced to step away for an extended period of time, your business won't collapse. Now, of course, the road to getting there isn't easy. It takes work. But here's the thing, you're already working. You're already pouring your energy into this business every single day. You might just as well direct some of that energy towards designing a business that can run independently of you. Okay, so I've made a list of a few of the subtle signs my clients can see now that they have done or started doing the work to set up their business to run more and more independently of them. And as I go through these, imagine for yourself what it would be like for you if this was a reality in your business. Number one, you're not the only one who knows the passwords. And this seems so simple, right? But it's a big one. If you're the only one with access to critical information, you've essentially made yourself indispensable in a way that limits your freedom. So can someone else log into the systems and take care of things if you are unavailable? If not, you want to consider what you are going to do when you aren't available so that people can log in or get the access that they require to continue the business. Number two, you're not the first person someone calls when there's a problem. If something goes wrong, whether it's a client issue, a team challenge, or a technical glitch, who's the first person people think of? It's you, right? But if it's always you, that's a sign that you're still the central point of the business, the one that makes all the decisions. Now, a well-designed business has a system or a team in place to handle issues as they arise without needing to drag you in all the time. Number 3, you have white space in your calendar. That means your days aren't filled with back-to-back meetings or tasks. You actually have space to breathe and you're not rushing from one thing to the next. Number 4, you don't think, I don't have time to be sick. This is such a common thing for so many business owners, the thought of getting sick or needing time off, which often seems impossible because you just can't afford to step away. When your business is designed to run without you, you no longer live in this fear of what might happen if you're not there every day. Number 5, you're not making all the decisions anymore. Now, decision fatigue is real. If you find that you're still making every single decision, big or small, that's a sign that your business actually relies on you too heavily. A business that runs without you has a structure where decision making is delegated. Trust is built within the team and processes are in place to guide decisions. Number 6, not every task is assigned to your name. So take a look at your project management system if you use one inside of your business. Are the majority of tasks still assigned to you? A healthy, self-sustaining business has tasks distributed across the team with clear ownership that doesn't always fall on your shoulders alone. Number 7, processes improve without your input. If your team can find better, more efficient ways to do things without you being involved in every single step, that's a great sign that you've built a business with systems that run smoothly. Number 8, you get fewer emails. The more automated and systematized your business becomes, the less you need to be looped into everything. Fewer emails means your team and the systems are operating independently. Number 9, projects move forward even when you're not in the office. This is a big one. If work can progress without you, it means you've successfully delegated responsibility and empowered your team to take ownership. Number 10, you don't approve every social media post. If someone else is managing your social media efforts, that is a great sign that your business is moving beyond you being involved in every detail. Trusting someone else to maintain your brand voice and vision frees you up tremendously. Number 11, you're not worrying about whether office supplies like coffee, sugar, toilet paper are replenished. These small but constant concerns shouldn't actually be on your radar anymore. If they are, it's time to delegate those operational tasks off of your plate. So here are a few questions you can ponder or journal on for yourself. What would your business look like if you weren't the one doing it all? What's the one thing on your schedule that you would love to get off of your plate? And is it possible that this one thing that you don't want to do anymore, that someone else can do it better, right? That it can happen more effectively, more efficiently, that it can get done better because you're not the one doing it. And if you consider this one task, what are the options for you to get this off of your plate? Let's really sit down and think about it, right? Can you stop doing it? Can you outsource it? Can it be automated? Is there someone on your team that can take it over from you? So this week, I want you to identify one task that you're still holding on to that you know you can actually let go of. It might feel uncomfortable, but that is where the magic happens, right? Letting go of control in small ways allows you to build trust with yourself, with your team, with your systems. And the more you do, the more you'll learn that the growth and the freedom that you want lies on the other side of control. If you would like my help in designing your business to run itself, head over to the show notes, book a consultation with me, and let's discuss how I can help you get there. I hope you have an amazing day. I will chat to you again next week.